Here's an area which very few people talk about or think about, and that is the possibility of Jesus being able to sin. The Bible holds a different view. Actually, we call it the peccability view, which is the view which says that Jesus could sin because he was fully human while he was on earth. And there is the impeccability view, which says that Jesus could not sin because he was born of the Holy Spirit, even though he was human. He was born through the power of the Holy Spirit and not of the contribution of any man or woman. And as such, he had a divine nature only. He did not have that sin nature that is passed down through human intervention. And because he did not have that sin nature, and because he was fully God and fully man at both one and the same time, what we call as the hypostatic union, it was actually impossible for him to sin. And so the temptation in the wilderness that we are very familiar with in the Gospels was not so much a testing for Jesus as is commonly believed, but it was more a demonstration to the world and to Satan and to everybody who wants to know that Christ was impeccable. He was sinless. He did not have the quality or the propensity or the inclination to sin because he was pure and holy. Now, this is a remarkable thing. At one time, when the enemy was coming to, when the time was coming for him to be arrested, he said, "The prince of the power, the prince of darkness comes for me, but he has nothing in me." Meaning to say that I don't have a sin nature that he can ride piggyback on. And that is very interesting. So Jesus was arrested and he was killed and crucified because he laid his life down, not because anybody had more power over him. But the point here that we are discussing is that he was sinless, he was pure, holy, he had his divine nature at the same time while he had his human nature. And he could not sin and he would not sin for sure because he came for this reason to show mankind as he lived amongst us in our human form that it is possible for us who are partakers of his divine nature to rise up and to live in that divine nature, which is the new nature, rather than falling prey to our sin nature every time. So his testing, his temptation was not to test him or to prove him. We already knew, he already knew, the Father already knew that his Son would not fail him. But we need to know that it is possible to live a life of holiness. For us, it is more important because we have a sin nature. All right.